Tell you what, it's lively in here. OK, Clinton, you're hydrated, you've got a nice new little green number on.
No,
you're ready to go now,
Bella.
yeah?
I've had this before.
Never seen it before.
All right.
OK, we're going to pick up on a couple of points that we heard just there. Firstly, look, where are you on set pieces? Good or bad for the game?
I don't mind them. Let me tell you something now. Arsenal are one of the best at doing it. If Arsenal win the Premier League, do you think Arsenal's fans, the players, the management will be bothered about winning it from set pieces? And another thing I'll tell you as well, Declan Rice and Saka are two of the best at deliver it, and Reece James from the weekend. If England go and win the World Cup in the summer on set pieces, will the England fans be complaining about it? No. So I understand. I am one of those who like to score the spectacular goals where it's, you put one in the top corner or you beat 5 or 6 players and bend it. That's not going to happen every week. So if you can win a game from set pieces, which Arsenal are doing 9 times out of 10 this season, then who's to complain? I think Liam's a bit upset because he thinks obviously Sanchez maybe was fouled in one of the goals, and it is something you probably have to look at standing on the goalkeepers. But the goals Arsenal scored, there was no foul on Sanchez. He just wasn't strong enough. It's as simple as that. So, no, I'm here for it. Times have changed, and that's why they got set-piece coaches and stuff like that come into the club. But the delivery has to be good. The movement has to be good. And the thing why people concede so many goals is because they mark zonal. If you're marking man-to-man and your man wins a header, then you can hold up your hand and say it's your fault. We don't know whose fault it is at the moment because everyone's getting a free run. You can't let someone like Gabriel have a free run on you. I know Reece James was trying to mark him the other night, but it's a difficult. It's a mismatch.
This is our thing about man-to-man. So earlier on FC, Tim Sherwood was saying it doesn't matter if you do man-for-man. With Gabriel, no one's stopping him.
No, because he's too strong. But what I'd try and do is get my best header of the ball, or if not, I'd get 2 to mark him. And that might sacrifice someone else, so I can understand. But I still think man-for-man's better. I think if I'm here in the zone and I'm in the space and Gabriel's he's got a run on me. I haven't got a run on to jump it. He's got a run on me. So I can understand, what Tim's saying. But he's different to everyone else. But I'm just talking about other people. He's one of the best headers of the ball and goes and attacks it in his box and in the opposition box. So, he's one of the best that do it. But I would rather people man-mark than zonal, in my opinion. And that's how it was when I was playing many, many years ago.
I love that you made this all about you. No, look, that's what you're here for. Right, look, Slot, he's clearly not a fan.
No.
What did you make of what he was saying about it?
But he's not a fan because his team have been punished so many times, and he comes out and tells everyone we ain't good at defending set pieces or long throws. You shouldn't be saying that as a manager. Don't tell other managers your weakness, because every time they'll get thrown, especially teams like Brentford, one of the best to do it with their long throws. They cause a lot of problems. Keith Andrews used to be the set-piece coach when Thomas Frank was there, and they're very good at what they do. But let's be honest, Liverpool are now starting to become a threat from set pieces. You see the goals on the weekend, Van Dijk's header, he's a threat. So if it works for you, it works for you. I know they do score goals outside the box, but if you're a team like a Brentford and you're playing a team against like Liverpool or Arsenal or Man City, you're not going to out-football them. So what you're going to do is get in their faces, try and get free kicks, try and use your long throws and your corners. So if it works for other teams, keep it going. I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong. I love the beautiful game. I want to see attractive goals. But you can't say, I'm not happy about it. Because if it wins Arsenal the title this season, everyone will be happy. And if England win the World Cup, everyone will be happy.
Exactly. Right, OK, look, Dave's been looking at the numbers. Dave, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about crowding the goalkeeper and crowding the 6-yard box at corners. Is it a cheat code that needs to be stopped? Or are Arsenal, as well as other Premier League clubs, taking advantage of the rules in order to get those marginal gains? First, let's show you where the target of corners has changed over time. Now, we've got 2 penalty areas here to show you. The one on the left here is for Premier League seasons from the start of 2020-21 up until the end of 24-25. And the one on the right here is for this season. Now, the darker the blue colours, the higher volume of corners are being aimed at this area. Now, between 2020 and 2025, from the percentages, just over a third of corners were targeted at the 6-yard box. You can see 17% here targeted right in the centre of the goal. But take a look at this season. 53% of corners are targeted at the 6-yard area, with more than a quarter aimed right in that middle zone. So what has developed now is something that's been coined by the analyst Michael Cayley as the meat wall, with sometimes 10 players packed into the 6-yard box. And this is how it has changed over time. Now, 2 seasons ago, you're looking at around about two attacking players on average, and between 5 and 6 defensive players in that 6-yard box. That has significantly increased over time. Looking at this season, there are on average 3.2, just over 3 attacking players in the 6-yard box when the corner is struck. And if you're looking at defensive players, just over 7. So you're looking essentially at 10 players in the 6-yard area. That is a lot of bodies in a small space. And that doesn't even account for more attacking players running into that zone once the ball is kicked. So is this idea turning into success? Well, the short answer is yes. Here we have the direct goals being scored per game from corners targeting the 6-yard box. Now, what we are calling a direct goal here is when the first contact from the corner results in a goal. We're not looking at rebounds or second phase goals here, just goals from the first contact. Now, numbers have actually, I think, remained fairly stable, you might say, over the previous 4 seasons. But there is a significant jump this season, 0.12. So that means that if 8 corners within a game are targeted at the 6-yard box, you are likely to get a goal from one of them. Significant numbers. What about grappling? Is there too much of it? And are officials responding? We can show you the number of fouls being given in the 6-yard box per game. Now, this includes set pieces and open play for these numbers. We are at the highest rate at the moment of fouls being given this season in the 6-yard box compared to the last 4, risen from 0.23 there to 0.26 this season. So we are at a good rate of fouls, but does feel slightly like there's a bit of a lag where the officials have taken time to catch up on the way teams are exploiting corners here. Does the rate of fouls being given actually match the uptick in goals being scored? And also the uptick in what seems like the visual prevalence anyway of grappling becoming a big thing within the game. So I wonder what Clinton thinks. We'll get his thoughts in a moment. But who is the most fouled player in the 6-yard box this season? Well, Aston Villa's Emiliano Martinez has been fouled 7 times in the 6-yard area, followed by Sunderland's Robin Roofs and Everton's Jordan Pickford as well. Interestingly, the 2 goalkeepers at the Emirates yesterday, David Wright and Robert Sanchez, have only been fouled once each this season, or at least the referee has only given a foul once.